Hi there. Happy New Year. I'm Crystal Davis with crystalclearyou.com. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 reasons why your vision is not clear. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of a new year, a very powerful new year, by the way. This is a transformational, dramatic change, self-awakening year for all of us. So at the beginning of every year, and this in particular, it's really powerful, that we know that we want what we want and what our resolutions are. And so the typical path is to say, I'm going to, a lot of people diet, exercise, maybe you have a big business goal. If you're watching this, you have a big business goal. And all of that's really good to set a vision. Okay, but why isn't it clear? Because it isn't really true. It can be. If you want to manifest a parking space, visualize you want a parking space, and chances are you'll get that parking space. But when you have a big vision, I love the quote, the idea of, if you're going to shoot for something, you might as well shoot for something really big. And so that's me. And again, if you're watching my video, that's most likely you. You have this really big vision, and you've probably been working on it for quite a while, and yet it isn't coming to fruition in the way that you want it to. So something then, you've got to know that there's something in your vision that is not crystal clear about your vision. Okay, and so visualizing then, it doesn't work when you are trying to fulfill your soul's purpose and truly create a soul-aligned business that honestly is about you becoming the crystal clear you. And I love to call you the awakened visionary. Because what's different about manifesting the parking space versus the business and life that you would really love, the difference is that you're becoming something new. You're literally transforming into the woman or the man who is here with a divine message, with a divine purpose, and a particular path for getting there. So these 3 reasons why your vision isn't clear, these are about you learning how to really get a clear vision. What is really blocking you? And so the very first thing is, again, thoughts are things. What you think does create your reality. That's, in fact, part of the secret. So number 1 is your inner child healing. It's about knowing that what is it that you have been blocking in the form of, even though, it's not necessarily your vision will change, but your vision of you in the vision will change, okay? And why it links inner child, the first reason why your vision isn't clear, is that as a young child, young children, we all do this, right? We create an unconscious need. So it's not even anything that you can be aware of until you have the right system that will help you to step in to a greater awareness of where you're blocking yourself. You see, it isn't anything outside of yourself, it's actually you. So this very first reason is to know where you have these unconscious needs and where your inner child is actually stuck, confused, angered, frustrated, you name it, right? There's all kinds of emotions that surround these early childhood experiences, usually between the ages of 2 to 6 or 7, where these early formative years, we, instead of having a roadmap where we can learn to really understand who we are and to step into more trusting ourselves, owning our own inner authority, what happens is we start to put our trust in mom and dad, put our trust in the teachers, put our trust in our friends or the neighbors or politics, the weather, whatever it may be. Something outside of ourselves that we put our trust in. So the inner child healing, what we need to do there is to really get an understanding. Okay, where is this unconscious need that was created again, when you were a child. So that's number one. You got to know where you are in your unconscious need. And there are actually 7 fundamental unconscious needs that are actually, when you look at my system, you will see that, for example, the life purpose axis in your human design, basically I've simplified the human design system by looking at these 7 different axes, and I call these the 7 axes of self-mastery. And so in order to become the crystal clear you, to become the awakened visionary that is actually easily manifesting the business and life you love, with that crystal clear vision, right, you have to heal these unconscious needs. And so the very first axis is the life purpose axis. In fact, this also explains why you may be struggling with your life purpose. And even if you know your life purpose, the rest of the struggle, whatever struggle you have in your life, whatever problem, is simply not knowing, again, whether it's life purpose axis or one of these 7 axes of life mastery that I have. I'm sorry, self-mastery, which is also life mastery. So with the life purpose axis, it is the unconscious need to be special or the need for attention. Okay. So when you have this need to be special, this need for attention, what happens is, even though you're putting yourself out there to accomplish your big, hairy, audacious goal, and as you're stepping into 2020, this is where the dramatic change is going to happen. You're stepping out there, but if you still have this unconscious need for attention or this need to be special, what happens is you step into the networking situation, or you're in a conversation with a client or with your team, or with anyone. Really, it can be family, friends, coworkers, anywhere you are is where you are. And so you step out, and what happens is it's unconscious. It's like trying to hold a ball under the water. It just it pops up, and it like hits you in the face. And that's why we repel clients, money, and the business and life that we would really love. Because there's unconscious need to be special, to be different. Again, I'll let you look on my services page where I have these listed. And I list all the 7 different axes and the unconscious needs related to each of those 7 axes of self-mastery. So you can see there that if your inner child, and so that's a whole other video or a whole different really segment and portion of my work that's very deep and very powerful. Because that's why, again, you're stuck, because if you don't know where you have these unconscious needs and where they're showing up, then it just shows up. Okay, so that's, again, how you want to clear it by becoming aware of those unconscious needs. Okay, so number 2. So number 1 was about healing the unconscious needs of your inner child. Number 2. So here we are. We're out there. We're armed with vision and this vision. And I was hitting my head on a brick wall, kept blooding my head over and over and over again, and it was just never working. Well, it worked in some ways, but there was a lot of ways it didn't work. In fact, for me, it led to bankruptcy, foreclosure, one money struggle after another. Some really ideal and perfect clients showed up, but then so much anger, frustration, challenges that it just, people weren't showing up for me in my business in the way that I really wanted them to. But I had to turn, and so what we do with this number 2 is learning to be receptive. Because as long as you're blooding your head, that's why, again, first day of the year, having a vision and saying, full force ahead, just do it. I'm going to create this business and life I love. Okay, well, now the secret number 2, or the second reason why your vision isn't clear, is you don't actually create your vision. I know, it sounds so funny, even as I'm saying that. It took me all of the last several years of doing this own work and, again, hitting my head up against a brick wall time after time after time to realize this key number 2 is you don't create the vision. You don't just sit down and think it up. You actually receive the vision. Okay, so number 1, doing the inner child healing work of those unconscious needs relates very closely with number 2. If you clear the unconscious needs, it makes you more and more receptive to what I call divine downloads, the intuition, the awareness. Yeah, okay, you are absolutely here to hear voices. And I jest about that, actually, because my mom was schizophrenic, so I jest in that with lighthearted fun. Be receptive. So we actually are here, and we're stepping in. The reason 2020 is so powerful is we're stepping deeper and deeper into the Aquarian age. In fact, I've heard some experts say that 2020 is the start of the Aquarian age, or the age of that I like to call the Aquarian age, the age of peace, love, and understanding. Okay, so by doing that inner child healing work, what you really do in that phase, when in the first part here, is you learn to love, honor, and respect, and really trust yourself. You stop looking outside and you turn within and love yourself, and then it just makes you this vessel of receptivity. Where prayer is wanting to be in a receptive mode, right? When we pray, we hopefully not just, yes, we may say, I would really love this. In fact, desire is really important there. But this receptivity is about being okay in the silence, allowing yourself to receive the divine download, to know that you are a vessel of love and light. You are a vessel for the divine energies to work, with and through you. And so do the inner child healing and become receptive, okay? Again, you don't create the vision in that, I want to sit down, I'm going to write it out, this is my vision. Oh my gosh. In fact, I'll tell you a really quick story here. Back when I first started my company, I was in a mastermind group with my mentor, Mary Morrissey, and she said to me, wow, Crystal, it's like, and I did, I had this beautiful vision. She said, it was like you have this beautiful house. It's all mapped out, all the details are there, but you're not grounded. The lights aren't on, right? So imagine a big, beautiful house with no electricity running to it, and the lights aren't on, right? Very difficult to attract, to try and buy ideal and perfect clients and truly create the business and life you love if the lights are not on, okay? So that is what it's like, having a vision and not having the lights on and not being receptive, right? Having the lights on is truly being receptive, being the divine being that you really are, right? So you are learning to become connected, one, with the divine power, whether you call it God, universe, source. It's more about, are you receptive? Okay, and again, number one, the inner child healing through those unconscious needs explains why up until now you've not been receptive. But it is this belief that we're going to sit down and create a vision and go off and just do it. Right? Again, I was watching basketball as I was thinking about this talk or this video that I wanted to shoot for you all. And I was watching basketball, I thought, okay, yeah, it makes sense for the basketball player who knows he's going to visualize making the shot. He's going to, by the time you're there and you're making the shot and you can visualize the exact action that you want to take, it's different, right? But the inner child healing and becoming receptive go hand in hand, because while you may be visualizing the action you want to take in your vision, if you're not crystal clear about you, about who you're here to be, you're not awakened into the truth of who you really are, then it's very difficult to visualize that, right? Because it's actually a deeper inner transformational change that is occurring. Okay, so now the third reason why your vision isn't clear is that, and it's really a summary of the first two, in that we often think, again, I'm going to create the vision, and it's about where I'm going. Okay, and while that's true, I realize I'm kind of debunking a lot of the things that are set out there. Oh, this is really interesting, right? But this is, again, why most people, well, just do it works if you're not necessarily. But if you're trying to really align with your soul's purpose and your path, right, then you have to know that where you are, everything up until now has led you to this point. You can learn, in fact, a part of my systems is learning to make peace with everything you've experienced up until now, so that right where you are is where you are, okay? I know that sounds silly, but it's something to really reflect upon. Because again, if we're always focused upon the vision moving forward, then what we miss is the gift right here, right now. Okay? And the gift right here, right now, is like an intersection between the past and the future. Right here, right now. And so as you become awakened, or the awakened visionary, what happens is you become, again, clear to those unconscious needs, and you become more and more receptive. So the more awakened you become, the more crystal clear you become. Right here, right now, the divine downloads, it's all flowing. Okay? But until you heal those unconscious needs, it's not just about where you're going. It's about. In fact, I was just talking to one of my dear clients a little bit ago, and I said, you know, love and acknowledge yourself. In fact, loving and acknowledging where you are is loving and acknowledging the deeper buried beliefs and emotions that your inner child has. So when you do that, then they feel, and you're actually creating a bond, creating a relationship with yourself. Okay, so because if you look at your human design birth chart, what you see is all of the gates in your chart and your entire chart overall, but your gates in particular, those are directly tied, those are voices. Those are the voices, right? Part of the voices that you're hearing is, again, from your past, where the inner child felt unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. And seeking doesn't need mom, dad, society to see, hear, and understand her. She needed me. She needs you, and he needs you. Whoever you may be, right? It's about loving and honoring yourself. And so that's why a lot of the visioning work, it isn't clear, it isn't crystal clear, because as long as you're focusing, okay, and you're still caught in what I call a hidden mirror, looking outside yourself, then you're going to be stuck there. You're going to be stuck, confused, unclear, not sure why things aren't coming together. Okay, so those are the 3 reasons why your vision isn't clear. So I want to invite you, again, prices are going up on January 6th. My Unique Brilliance Discovery session is a 30-minute session. Right now you can get it for just, you know, pennies, really. For $35, you can have a 30-minute session with me, and we can take a look at your unique brilliance. Where are you? What 2 or 3 things in your human design that will help you to begin to become aware of where your vision isn't clear, and then on top of that 30-minute session, again, just for $35, again, until January 5th. On January 6th, it goes up to $100, okay? And that's still pretty low, granted, but just want you to take the action today. And I want to add some more incentive to you. For just $35, not only can you get, by January 5th, you can get the 30-minute session, and you can also get to spend a day with me on April 5th, Saturday, April 5th. Oh no, I'm sorry, am I saying that right? I think it's actually, that's right, it is the 4th. Yeah, I'm sorry, Saturday, April 4th, 2020 at Stonewall Resort in Stonewall, West Virginia. Beautiful resort. What I've decided to do, because I really wanted to start really getting out there and taking this my Stand Out and Shine, Human Design and my Stand Out and Shine Magnetic Success Transformation System that I'm sharing with you today in this video. This is just the tip of an iceberg. So if you book the $35 Unique Brilliance Discovery session with me, you can also get added onto this for the $35, it includes all of it. You will be able to come to my one-day live event, the Awakened Visionary Leadership Summit. That's happening again on April 4th, 2020 at the Stonewall Resort here in West Virginia. So please, take the step that is yours to take. As you can tell, there's a lot of myths. There's a lot of confusion that it no longer has to be there. I have built a system. I have worked this system for 10 years and want to help you on your journey, again, to becoming the crystal clear you and truly standing out and shining your light, right? Being that divine vessel with that divine message that is yours alone to deliver, okay? There's a reason for the pain you've been experiencing. You can turn it into pleasure. You can have the business and the life you would really love. Let me help you do that, okay? So visit crystalclearyou.com/services.html to sign up for that Unique Brilliance Discovery session today. Again, you only have until Sunday, January 5th to get this very deep special. I'm obviously going to be creating a sales page for the live event on April 4th, but I just decided as I was doing this video today that it would be super special and fun to offer those of you that are truly ready this nice little gift from me to you, and a Happy New Year, and let's rock this 2020 with 2020 vision as the crystal clear you. All right, much love. Mwah. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.